Hi, I've been meaning to do this for a while now. It's just so funny that I don't identify myself with fibromyalgia or the fact that I was ever sick. My life has turned so much that I make most out of every wake moment, be it at office, at home, or spending quality time with my twin girls. But I do remember I was sick once with a condition labeled as fibromyalgia for a long time, and I was in a state of indefinite helplessness with unanswered questions and turned down by well meaning, deserving, brilliant neurophysicians. I would not dare to call them ignorant now that I've gotten well and I know better, but I would still emphasize that there is a lot that is unexplored by the medical community on the conditions called as fibromyalgia, CFS, or myalgic encephalomyelitis. I hope my pronunciation is right. Excuse, my girls are just playing around, and you might hear them uh, do something, either screaming or crying or just chit chatting. I've decided that I need to make a video on how I got well. So, since I was in that state, I had promised myself that if I will get well on my own, and one day when I do that, I'll make a video on how I overcame fibromyalgia. Um, so, if you're in a state uh, of fibromyalgia or be it any condition and with unanswered questions, just believe in yourself. You will get well. Uh, your body will heal. Your body knows and wants to heal more than you do. I would just say one thing, even the most powerful tide turns. And with that, uh, I will not try to make this video longer by talking about my diagnosis, but I would still say a little bit about my symptoms so that if anyone is in similar situation, they can relate to those symptoms. So, my fibromyalgia triggered a couple of months after I gave birth to my twin girls, and the pain started with with the left knee, then to the left leg, and then to the right leg, then to my lower back, my upper back, my shoulders, arms, and head. And when the doctor would ask me, "Where's the pain?" I would say, "Everywhere." And so they got my MRI scans, and they were perfect because they could not pinpoint any point within my body that could probably be the cause of the pain. They asked me to simply go back home and rest. Needless to say, I could not rest as I could not find a position to rest on. Um, so, uh, so I was in a state of agonizing pain. I was confined to a wheelchair. I couldn't move an inch. I was homebound, and I was left in that state, and that's when I decided I don't like to be in this state, right? Um, so I researched on my own on this condition, um, and so I did all the right things consistently and with discipline, and I I wouldn't say my recovery was a straight up positively inclined line, but it was more of a curve with ups and downs, and there was a relapse in between. But but having said that, I did apply the right things consistently and with discipline. I have eventually gotten well, and today I'm so excited to share the things that worked for me, and I'm sure they'll work out for you. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number one would be detoxification. Any disease or illness is always some toxins trapped within your body in your lymphatic system. There are several detoxification techniques such as Ayurvedic Panchkarma, traditional Chinese medicine, then there are detoxification herbs, then there is fasting of different kinds. Since I was too sensitive, I couldn't try any of these. Even the mild detoxification herbs such as milk thistle, curcumin would react heavily on me. This is when my holistic doctor, Dr. Renu Mehtani, spoke of nano-sized zeolite. Uh, this she came to know when she discussed about my condition to her colleague, Michael Colley, who said that sensitive bodies can react to detoxification and nano-sized zeolite can help bodies detox safely without any reactions. The reason I cite his name in the video is probably I'll never get a chance to thank him in person, and that this detox bottle indeed changed my life. I could detox safely and there were no absolute reactions. Uh, I would not name the brand of this nano-size zeolite because that would mean I'm trying to sell something which I'm not. The focus of the video is to tell you step by step things that worked for me. But the number one takeaway from this will be physical detoxification. Mental detoxification, I'll speak about that a little bit later. Number two would be food. My diet was relatively healthier than most people out there, but certainly that was not enough. After detoxification, nutrition is very important to nourish the body. So I try to incorporate anti inflammatory, nutrient dense, protein rich foods. The key word here is protein, especially for fibromyalgia, where there is incredible muscle pain, and protein is very important for muscle recovery. So I try to incorporate more paneer, moong, chana, chickpeas, matki, and my plate consisted of colorful vegetables cooked in Indian manner, Indian rotis, and and dals of various kinds. Number three would be supplements. Today, I'll share a secret vitamin that is most important for any illness. That is vitamin D. In fact, the deficiency of vitamin D could have triggered my fibromyalgia in the first place. Dr. Michael Holick, in his vitamin D solution book, has cited that deficiency of vitamin D can cause conditions such as psoriasis, arthritis, or fibromyalgia. So I took about 15,000 international units every day, and it took about 3 to 4 months before I began noticing some changes within my body. Uh, the changes become even more prominent every day. I noticed that I am able to walk straighter and the pain was less. I know it might sound silly to say that I was walking straighter, but back then it was a miracle. Uh, the thing was I've been a sincere student all my life, and I was also a computer science student. Needless to say, I was never exposed to direct sunlight and was vitamin D deficient all my life. uh, so probably that triggered my fibromyalgia. The number two supplement would be magnesium. Magnesium is a miracle mineral when it comes to pain. Dr. Caroline Dean, in her book, The Magnesium Miracle, has mentioned numerable benefits of magnesium and how magnesium is plays a crucial role in 300 biochemical reactions that happen within the body. Now, the sources of magnesium are green leafy vegetables, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. But here's the catch: our soil itself is depleted of magnesium because of continuous farming. Uh, and the soil doesn't have adequate magnesium required for our bodies to function right. I took about 250 milligram of magnesium biglycinate found in local medical store. You can ask your doctor to prescribe some magnesium supplements to you. Number four would be herbs. Ginger and fennel are my favorite herbs when it comes down to anti-inflammation and pain. Ginger, hands down, is most anti-inflammatory herb out there. It boosts circulation and it helps digestion. So I would make a cup of ginger tea and sip it after my food to help digestion. And every time there was a surge or increase in pain, a cup of ginger tea would reduce the pain drastically. Fennel is very good to heal the gut. I am not sure if fibromyalgia is the cause or the effect of gut dysbiosis, but any imbalance in gut causes illness within the body. So I would make a cup of fennel tea to help soothe my gut. Number five would be physical strengthening. Uh, like I said before, I couldn't move an inch outside my wheelchair, and physical strengthening was absolutely a nightmare back then. But soon the supplements, the vitamin D, and the detoxification kicked in, and I found some strength within my body to do some basic stretches like stretching arms, stretching legs, and I kept doing that, and slowly I was able to do one round of Surya Namaskar, and I noticed that the more I exercised, my stamina improved, my pain reduced, and my muscle strength improved. So now I'm able to do about 25 rounds of Surya Namaskar at one time. 1 hour of fast-paced walking, 30 minutes of jogging, and can hold yoga poses for more than few minutes. Number six would be breathing exercises. Breathing exercises need a video of its own for the impact that they do on recovery of any illness. The toxicity that I spoke of earlier can be neutralized with breathing exercises. We need to move our lymph to mobilize the cellular waste, and we need oxygen to metabolize that waste. Both of this can be done by rhythmic diaphragmatic movements. Uh, Breathing exercises play innumerable benefits, be it physical, mental, psychological, or spiritual. I had learned pranayama back when I was in engineering college, thanks to Baba Ramdev, who had been pivotal in creating huge awareness of pranayama and had turned lives of millions, not just in India but across the world. I would do 20 minutes of alternate nostril breathing, about 50 strokes of Kapalbhati, and about 50 rounds of Bastrika. Then I started doing this sequence twice, one in the morning and one in the evening. If required, I'll make an actual video of how I practiced my pranayama, but you can learn it online, and or if required, you can join a nearby pranayama class at least for a month, and you will begin to see changes within few days. Number seven would be mental work. A significant portion of my recovery can be attributed to that and need a dedicated video of its own. Having said that, I would say that recovering any illness completely requires self work. Just like your body needs detoxification, your mind needs detoxification too. Um, I would, this may sound naive and raw, but all I did was sit by myself, speak to myself, know myself a little bit more. Uh, because I was wheelchair bound and I had not met friends in a long, long time, I became my very own best friend. Uh, I would say that everyone on this planet, every human on this planet, is dealing with some amount of known or unknown fear or anxiety or depression. Awareness of the same is the first step, and self love is the last step. Um, I would just dissolve myself in an imaginary shore of self love, and as if I'm my very own mother, and love myself unconditionally. Uh, in fact, had it not been for fibromyalgia, I wouldn't have gotten an opportunity to know myself this closely, this clearly, and love myself unconditionally. Yep, that was it. I did it, and so can you. We are all God's children, and God would not love anyone any more or any less than the other. I pray that in whatever stage of recovery you are, you bounce back to health sooner and live the life that you've set out for yourself. I've written few blogs on the same. I've pasted the links in the description box. If there's anything that you would like to know about my journey, about what my thoughts and emotions were at that point, or how did I practice my meditation, uh, or the journey of vitamin D or detoxification, or anything under the sun, please paste them in the comment section and I would soon get back to you. Thank you.